What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On this segment, I would like to rant and talk about an awesome prospect, a potential future champ at welterweight in the UFC. No doubt in my mind, Shavkat Rakhmonov. Now, if I'm mispronouncing the man's name, apologies. All right, so we just saw him dominate Neil Magny last night, and a lot of people prior to the fight going down picked Neil Magny to win, which was logical. I actually thought Shavkat was going to pull it off. Had my reasons for that. I'm going to get into that in a bit. But yeah, Neil Magny is an experienced vet. He's pretty much good in all facets of mixed martial arts. He's got solid striking, awesome cardio and conditioning. He's one of the guys that they kind of set the standard for cardio and conditioning. That's one of Neil Magny's weapons, wearing guys out. Neil Magny could grapple. He's no stranger to submission grappling, BJJ. He can wrestle. He has a high fight IQ. He has the experience over Shavkat. So for Rakhmonov to do what he did, is crazy impressive. Crazy impressive. Like, you cannot say that this guy's not the real deal now. Kind of like Khamzat Chimaev beating Gilbert Burns. Khamzat moved up from rank 11, fought the number 2 Gilbert Burns. Now you can sit there and say, oh, it was a war. Oh, Gilbert Burns almost had him. Gilbert Burns dropped him. Yeah, you could say that, but the fact remains that Khamzat Chimaev beat him and he was ranked number 11. And he showed a lot of great things in that fight. He showed heart and determination, and he showed an iron chin. Those are two things that were a question mark with Khamzat Chimaev. And every fight's different. Who's to say that the Gilbert Burns that fought Chimaev wouldn't give Kamaru Usman a tougher fight? You know, every fight's different. Styles make fights. It matters how a guy approaches the fight, whether he fights to his strengths, to his opponent's strengths or weaknesses. And, you know, Chimaev pretty much admitted, he said he didn't fight smart, you know. He didn't fight how he usually does. He just went in there and put on a show for the fans, duked it out with Burns, and that's why the fight was tougher, in his opinion. Now, getting back on track with Shavkat Rakhmonov, the guy's legit. He's really good. We saw last night that he subbed Neil Magny in round 2. That's not an easy feat. Like I said, Neil Magny is super experienced and he's well versed in every aspect of MMA. He's a very good fighter. I don't mean disrespect to Neil Magny, saying that he's a gatekeeper. You know, if you look really good against Neil Magny, if you defeat him decisively, it means something. It means that you could reach the next level. The way he defeated Magny was pretty impressive too. Pretty high level stuff. Well, let me just get into the fight itself. Magny straight up got dominated with the grappling. Straight up dominated with the grappling and wrestling. Wasn't a shocker to me. You know, Rakhmonov, he's a master of sport in Sambo. Transitioning from Sambo, if you're really good at it, or a champion, into mixed martial arts, it's kind of seamless. They're so similar. You have striking, you have grappling, you have throws. All these guys that are Sambo champions or highly decorated, good at that sport, and they transition to MMA is usually a good transition. I could drop some names. Fedor Emelianenko, one of the GOATs. Khabib Nurmagomedov. It's a lot of guys. There's a lot of good guys that come from Sambo and do really well in mixed martial arts. Shavkat Rakhmonov, one of those guys. So yeah, in the fight, usually Neil Magny pressures guys. He kind of overwhelms them with grappling, clinch work, volume striking. He's very mobile, good footwork. He's elusive. He's hard to hit. Shavkat nullified all of that. All of that. He exchanged with Magny, held his own on the feet, looked good. He looked dangerous. Used good strategy. He smothered Magny. Magny's like a long guy would you know, he knows how to use his reach well. His style, like circle, jab, you know, long range attacks. Shavkat shut that down. Closed the distance, got him against the cage, was scoring takedowns, had Neil Magny pinned. Neil Magny couldn't get up, couldn't reverse, couldn't threaten with submissions. It was impressive. It was impressive to control a guy like Neil Magny on the ground. It's something. So we saw in round 2, Shavkat submitted Neil Magny with a guillotine choke. It was an arm-in guillotine. Set him up. Basically threw some bait out there for Neil Magny to try to reverse position. He stuck his neck out there. And that's grappling as a chess match. It's a game of inches, and who succeeds in grappling is typically the guy who's more skilled and who has more knowledge. It's a little different in striking. I mean, you have setups in striking. Of course, there's strategy, and it's a chess match in itself. But you can land a lucky shot in striking, you know. Grappling, not so much. You can make a mistake in grappling, but like I said, most of the time in grappling, it's just like what you know. Given guys are like roughly the same size, but there could be a disparity in size as well as strength, and usually it goes to the more skilled guy. You know, if you don't know where you're putting your limbs or what to do grappling wise, you're putting yourself in danger and you don't even realize it. Being set up for things. And once you're caught in certain submissions, it doesn't really matter how big and strong you are. You know, a rear naked choke, they call it the lion tamer, lion killer for a reason. But that's a whole other topic in video. That's not a grappling video. We're talking about Shavkat Rakhmonov set up Neil Magny, who is an experienced veteran grappler with an arm-in guillotine. Talking about his stats, he's 27 years old, very young man. Sky's the limit for him. He is 6'1". He has a 77-inch reach. Mixed martial arts record 16-0. All finishes. 8 wins via KO TKO, 8 wins via submission. What does that say? The guy's well-rounded and he's skilled everywhere. He's dangerous everywhere. Combine that with apparently great fight IQ, awesome cardio and conditioning. He can strike. He shows patience. Looks super composed out there. I'm going to say it right now. Shavkat Rakhmonov has potential to be UFC welterweight champion. I know we got to see more. We got to see more. We got to see if he could take a shot. We got to see if he could rally back from being hurt. Really similar question marks everybody had for Khamzat Chimaev before he proved himself against Burns. A lot of parallels between Shavkat and Khamzat Chimaev, including their difficult names to pronounce. That's a joke. But yeah, very impressive. I thought he was going to win. You know, I said so on a recent live. I thought it was going to be a more competitive fight, though. Dominated. Check this out, guys. Shavkat Rakhmonov versus Khamzat Chimaev. That's the fight. Is it going to go down? Probably not for a while. Like, Khamzat Chimaev bumped up the ladder. Rakhmonov has more work to do. But man, if these guys meet down the line, talk about an even match. You know, that would be a hell of a fight. I can't even make a pick for that fight. I would have to think about it. It would just be an awesome fight, an awesome treat for the diehard MMA fans. So I'm eager to see where his career goes. Sky's the limit for him. He's super young. He has a lot of time left. I think he's potential champion. We'll see. I know he called out Wonderboy Thompson for his next fight. I don't like that fight. You know, maybe it makes sense ranking wise, but I think he smothers Wonderboy. You know, even though Stephen Thompson has a ton of experience on him, I would think he's the better striker. But, you know, it's not a kickboxing match. It's a mixed martial arts. And when you incorporate, you know, the full game, the full arsenal, the grappling, the wrestling, it changes a lot. And as we saw with Neil Magny, the way to shut down a striker that has good footwork, that's quick, that's rangy, is that you gotta cut the cage off on them. You gotta close the distance. You got to put them in uncomfortable positions. And yeah, I could see him doing that to Wonderboy Thompson, honestly. I don't think it'll be super competitive at all. I think it would close the distance on Wonderboy, smother him, get him against the cage, work a takedown, wash, rinse, repeat. I don't think Wonderboy would get up. He would pound on him with ground and pound. If a submission presents itself, I could see him tapping out Wonderboy. But it's a fight. Anything can happen. I mean, Stephen Thompson's the man. The dude's a legend. He's one of the best strikers ever to compete in the UFC or the sport for that matter. So, yeah, maybe Wonderboy could win. Maybe he'll catch him with something coming in. But my money would be on Rakhmonov. And I know that sounds crazy to people, but styles make fights. That's my gut feeling. That's how I feel, honestly, assessing their skill sets and styles. I would say Shavkat Rakhmonov, 65-35 ratio for me. But that's all I got, guys. I just wanted to rant on this exciting prospect. The dude's a killer to me. I think he's potential champ. You guys let me know in the comment section. What do you think about his performance against Neil Magny? What do you think about him as a fighter? Do you see the potential there or not? Do you agree with me that he could be champ one day? And if not, that's totally cool. I just want to read your honest opinions. Thanks for watching this segment, guys. If you enjoyed it and the other content that's thrown up, first time at the channel, hit that subscribe button. Appreciate that. Like and share. Helps the channel grow. That's a way to show support. Thank you, guys, and I'll catch you all on the next segment. Until then, take care.